Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day, and in today's video we are going to be doing another Walking Dead Q&A. And I just want to say these are by far my favorite videos to make, so if you guys have any questions that you want me to answer in the next Q&A video, just drop a comment down below. Just make sure you put Q&A before you ask the question so I know it's for the Q&A videos and not just a question that you want me to answer in the comments. So, thank you guys very much for all the support and all the questions. It really means the world to me. It really helps the channel out a lot. So just remember, if you guys have any questions at all, drop them in the comments and I will get to them. The next Q&A video will be out in about a week and I will answer every single one. So thank you guys so much for the support. Let's get into it, man. So the first question we have today is, what character in the Walking Dead universe matches your personality traits? And this is a great question. And honestly, it's pretty easy for me. I would have to say Daryl Dixon. I think Daryl is a character that always reminded me of me. You know what I mean? Honestly, I'm not just saying that, because Daryl's like the coolest character and stuff. Like, honestly, ever since I was a kid, in season 2 and season 3 and stuff, I always just found myself doing Daryl like things. You know what I mean? Or I'd do something, I'd be like, you know what? Daryl probably would have done that too. You know what I mean? Um, so I think in the end, yeah, I definitely see a lot of Daryl in me for sure. And I definitely think that he matches my personality traits. I can be a very nice guy, a very good guy, and there also, are a lot of times where I am a little bit hot-headed, a little bit short-fused, and Daryl's that same way. We see that even now to this day with Daryl. You know what I mean? If you guys remember in Daryl Dixon season 1, whenever Laurent, cut the boat, and the boat drifted away and stuff, and Daryl was so mad at him and kind of just unloaded on him. You know what I mean? I'm kind of that same way. I do stuff like that, and I hate that I do, but it's just true. But yeah, I'd say Daryl for sure. Next question I have is Q&A. Out of all the spin-off characters, which one is your favorite? So spin-off characters, that includes Fear the Walking Dead, World Beyond, Tales of the Walking Dead. So practically all the characters that are in spin-offs that are not in the Walking Dead original series. So spin-off only characters. I would say honestly, it's a great question, to be honest. It's a really great question. I haven't watched a lot of Fear the Walking Dead, so that's a little bit bad for me with this question because there's obviously a lot of characters in Fear, and there are some characters that I liked in Fear from what I saw. Um, the thing is, the Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, Nat was a really awesome character. Isabel and Daryl Dixon is really cool. I don't know, man. That's a really good question. Off the top of my head, I'd have to say the most watchable and easy to watch character that I've seen in a Walking Dead spinoff that wasn't in the original series, in my opinion, would be John Dorie from Fear the Walking Dead. I think John Dorie is a character that they should have kept alive. I think it would have been really cool to see John Dorie and Rick interact. Would that have not been sick? Can you guys imagine John Dorie and Rick just vibing out? I mean, that would be sick. So I'd probably say John Dorie to answer your question. I think Okafor was really cool, but we just didn't get to know enough about him. Nat was really awesome from The Ones Who Live as well. I even liked Thorn. I wish Thorn would have turned good in not Fear, in The Ones Who Live, I mean. I wish Thorn would have turned good because I really like the actress that plays Thorn. I really like her a lot. She's been in a lot of stuff and she's really watchable. Might have a little bit of a crush on her, or something. I don't know. But anyways, that's a great question. So thank you very much for that. Next question we have here is Q&A. What is your favorite Rick Grimes speech? That's a great question. I would have to say off the top of my mind, there's three that really come to my mind. I'd say the Too Far Gone speech, right? Where he was like, we're not too far gone. You walk through those gates, you become one of us. I really like that speech. That speech was fire. And then I really like the season 5, episode 16 finale speech he gave, where he carried that walker into the little meeting they were having, and he threw it on the ground and stuff, and was saying that it was inside the walls and stuff. And he was like, I keep thinking how many of you I'm gonna have to kill to save your life, and he was like, but I'm not gonna do that. You're gonna change. I thought that was really a bad A speech. And in my opinion, the most underrated Rick speech was the Rick speech in season 8, episode 16. There's always like an epic Rick speech in the Walking Dead finales, where Rick was like, Negan's alive. It was right after he slit Negan's throat. but then he said save him. And I just thought it was really cool how Rick was trying to unite everybody there in that moment. Even after that nasty, grueling war, he was saying, hey, like, we can come together and win. And I thought it was really awesome how he was saying, the ones who have their hands up, put them down. We're all going to go home now. If you can accept the fact that Negan is done and his way of doing things is over, then this world is yours by right. I thought that was really powerful. And I thought it was really cool how he was saying, we're alive. And then he said, that's dead. And the camera, panned to that giant zombie herd, and he was like, and it's coming for us, And, if we don't stand together, we're not going to win. It's practically what he was saying. And I thought that was just really powerful. And, the thing that comes to my mind in that situation, in that moment, right, during that speech, was that, Dale and Herschel would be really proud of that Rick, right, for saying that and doing that. Because, late season 8 and obviously early season 9 Rick, up until his exit, was a really mature version of Rick. He wasn't necessarily a killer anymore like he used to be, right? He still had it in him. We saw that with that Justin guy when he, told him, stitches won't fix what I do to you, right? In season 9. That was obviously a bad A Rick moment, but Rick was definitely maturing and becoming just a lot more calm. And it's kind of sad that we didn't get to see Rick turn back into that killer whenever the Whisperers came around, because that would have been absolutely awesome to see Rick get that crazy look in his eye whenever he was meeting with Alpha and Beta and stuff like that. It would have been really cool. Season 9 was great, but holy smokes, it would have been 10 times better with Rick. Oh man, such a missed opportunity. But back to answer your question, my favorite Rick speech is probably the season 5 episode 16 one, where he brought the zombie into the meeting and said, hey, how many of you do I have to kill to save your life? But I'm not going to do that. You're going to change and all that stuff. I thought that was the most powerful speech, or the season 8 speech, but Too Far Gone was incredible too. Even the season 2 speech at the end of season 2. I mean, he's had so many. Next question we have is Q&A. Do you have any type of collection figures or Funko Pops of The Walking Dead? Thanks for the hard work to give us the best. Oh no, I appreciate you a lot, man. And no, I don't actually have any collection figures or Funko Pops or anything like that. It's just never really been my thing, honestly. I think it's a cool concept, though. I probably will get into them, but I don't know. I'll probably get into them when I'm getting a little bit older. I know they just released like a new Rick Grimes CRM action figure, which looks pretty cool, but I've just never really been into action figures. I don't know. It's never been my thing, really. I don't really know why. I can't really blame it on anything, but I don't know. We'll see. Next question we have here is Q&A. Do you think allowing Mason to live will prove to be a problem later? Even worse, since nobody knows about him, he could be undercover in the settlement, waiting to sneak up on Rick. And it could give Rick his comic book death. Interesting. That's a very good question. I don't really know. We don't really learn anything about Mason in The Ones Who Live. So I mean that is a very good point, but I'm not really sure. That's really interesting, though. It definitely could be. It definitely could be one of those things that, ends up haunting them. Maybe Mason will try to kill Rick. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But that's a great question. And the last question we have in today's video that I actually get quite a bit, but I'll just always answer your guys' question. I'll never ignore your guys' questions, The last question we have today is, when do you think we will see Rick again? And I've talked about it a little bit in some videos, but I'll just tell you guys, I think within the next 2 years, we'll definitely see Rick again. I don't have any information on that. I just hope we get to see him soon. So, yeah, that's going to pretty much do it for the video, guys. I really appreciate all the love and all the support. Don't forget, if you have any questions you want me to answer in the Q&A next week, just drop them down below, and I will definitely get to them. Every single question gets answered every single time. So, thank you guys very much. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe. If you want to see more Walking Dead content like this, turn on the notifications as well. Follow me on all platforms. Click the link tree in the bio. I love you guys. Stay safe out there in the crazy world, man. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.